Oxygen restored. Air quality acceptable.
Listen up.
Disarray. I'll send teams to start securing the supplies and the equipment those bastards were ordering.
Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my Rhino 2.0 build. Now, if you haven't seen the original Rhino build, no big deal. This is basically just an updated version with a bunch of little things that make this much stronger and more versatile than the first. Now, I'm a big fan of Unstoppable Force, and I hope you are as well. So, as always, I hope you enjoy or find these videos helpful. If you do, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, make sure you got that notification bell on, and go ahead and drop a comment down there letting everybody know what you're thinking about this or if you have any questions. So let's get into it. Alright everyone, so here we go. First things first, I'm going to be going with the Gunner Specialist. I know, huge surprise there, right? But I think the majority of people have already made the transition or are slowly but surely making the transition over to the Gunner. It's awesome when you have that minigun that you can just whip out and just lay everything out, you know, mow them down. As well as the tree that you get here is very versatile as well. So let's just take a quick look at some of these that I focus on. Obviously we have the talent here that gives us the 15% increased assault rifle damage, and I really enjoy how they made it so you can pick whatever weapon type that you want. That, in my opinion, is how it should have been. Whoever came up with that idea, my hat's off to you. So we got the 15% increased assault rifle damage there, as well as these Riot foam grenades. I absolutely frickin' love these things. And when you pair them with the Banshee Pulse, oh boy, but that's for a whole nother video, probably the next one. These Riot foam grenades, I wish the diameter was a little bit bigger, but overall, when you can just kind of pause them right there, or if you got, you know, a big guy that you need to take down, hit him with one of these and just lay into them. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. Now we also have this talent right here. I don't even know how to say that. Incessant. I don't know what the hell that says. But either way, it gives you that 10% armor on a kill. So me, I immediately think two-piece Badger. That was just right off the top of my head. Spoiler alert for everybody, that didn't skip ahead. Either way, let's take a look up here. We have coupler. Every third reload is 50% faster. So right there, hey, you gotta love that. And we also have hardened armor kits. Now, I don't typically use armor kits. If you watch my videos before, I really don't. This, though, is actually, in my opinion, very good. Armor kits repair 100% of armor. Wow. Not over 10 seconds either. And grants 50% bonus armor for 10 seconds. So what I've been using this with, and I've only used it a handful of times, is basically if you're just like, you know what, I'm going to face tank this dude. Just burn an armor kit. And then you get your armor all the way up, and you get that 50% on top, and just go let them have it, and just have a good time with it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to supply line, generate 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. So, and even party members recover 5%. That is amazing right there, and especially it's good for those long fights, in the strongholds, things like that. Now, barrage. Rate of fire is increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. So again, right there, I'm thinking, well, pair that with the chatterbox. Again, another spoiler alert. But then we also have emplacement. 20% weapon handling whilst not moving. Needs to be motionless for 1 second. Just literally 1 second. You stand still, 20% weapon handling. That is amazing. So anybody with an unhinged build, anything like that, definitely have this on there. It will definitely help you out a lot. So that's about that as far as the gunner goes. Let's get into the build itself. All right, everyone, let's do this. First, let's take a look over here. We have 10 reds, 7 blue, and 0 yellow. That's right, we have no skill power on this build at all. Big fat goose egg. We're basically focusing on the DPS side and whatever kind of survivability we can get with those 7 blues. And also, the gear pieces do help out, give us a couple little buffs that will help us with the survivability as well. Now, really quick, let's just skim over. We have 2-piece Badger, we have 2-piece Fenris, we have 1-piece Araldi, and we have 1-piece 511. But before we get into all those, let's just run over the weapons really quick, and then we will get into the gear piece specifics. Alright everyone, let's take a look at these weapons. My primary is going to be a military P416. I really enjoy this weapon. We got 20.7k per bullet, at least that's what it's saying here, but during gameplay we know we're hitting a lot harder than that. Now the RPM is at 825, and that is subject to change. That is going to be going up in just a little bit here, and I'll show you why. And we also have that big mag on there of 50. If you can get that blueprint, it will make your life so much easier, I promise. Definitely something to strive for. Go out and get it. Now let's take a look at the talents here. We have Ranger. Every 5 meters you are from the target grants 2% weapon damage, and I'm basically focusing on weapon damage overall on this build, and then Unstoppable Force to push it even farther. But Ranger right here, that's just going to help it snowball that much easier. Now we also have Allegro on here, 10% rate of fire. Pretty straightforward on that, and Everlasting, which is pretty much useless since it's a holster talent. Now, the mods that we have on here, it's a hollow sight that gives us 8% damage to elites. We have that Sturdy Extended 5.56, gives us that plus 20 rounds. We have the Underbarrel laser pointer that gives us that 5% crit chance, and the muzzle brake for the 5.56 gives us 5% damage to elites. So pretty straightforward on that, but again, I want to just talk about the rate of fire really quick. That is why I chose the Chatterbox. Now, a lot of people have already been thinking, well, why aren't you using the Nemesis and using a zoomable scope so you get that extra headshot damage? By all means, if you want to do that, it does work awesome, but I'm going for just rate of fire, again, DPS all up front as fast as possible. So that's why I went with the Chatterbox, because the given talent of Blabbermouth, while holstered, reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants 20% rate of fire. Now, again, you have to think, we have Allegro on our primary, we have that extra rate of fire after a kill that comes from the gunner specialist, and then we have Blabbermouth on top. So, our RPM for the military P416 is going to be going through the roof every time you put someone down and then you reload. Awesome, and it's been working out great for me. Definitely try that out. So other than that, let's get onto the build itself. Alright everyone, so let's jump right in here. The mask that I'm going to be using, it is Badger. We have the 2-piece equipped, so we're going to be getting that 7% damage to elites as well as 15% armor on a kill. Now also, if you remember back to the gunner tree, we get another 10% armor on a kill from one of the talents. That's pushing it to 25% armor on a kill. Every time you put someone down, 25% armor back. As far as survivability goes, I'd have to say that's pretty nice. Now, we also have some health down here, health on a kill, and some damage to elites. Not the highest roll, but hey, I'm working on it. It is what it is, and it's still been working out fine. Now, moving on to the chest piece. Gotta love this one. We have a 2-piece Fenris going, giving us the 10% assault rifle damage and 10% protection from elites. The protection from elites. That's something new in my book, and when you take it off, you definitely feel it. We also have some weapon damage on here, armor, and some crit damage. I wish the crit damage was crit chance, but it is what it is. It's not a perfect world, right? Now, moving on to the talents, we have Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy grants 2% weapon damage for every 25,000 max armor. And again, I'm pushing the weapon damage as far as I can with this build, and Unstoppable Force will just, again, help snowball that real quick. Gotta love it. We also have hard hitting on there, giving us 10% damage to elites, and the mod that I have on here gives us some health regen, and armor on a kill. Gotta stack that armor on a kill wherever you can, especially when you got that 25%. You know what I mean? That's a big thing right there. Now, moving on to the holster, it is a Raldi. We have that 10% accuracy we're going to be getting from just the one piece. We have 10.5 crit chance. We also have devastating on here, 5% weapon damage. Again, just pushing that weapon damage as much as we can. And we have a mod on here giving us 2.5 weapon damage. Gotta love that. And 1% headshot damage. I really like that mod. I think that's a really nice one. So other than that, moving on to the knee pads, it is Fenris. We have some health on there. We have hard hitting and patience. Gotta love patience. That's almost like a staple for just about any build right now, I think. After being in cover for 5 seconds, armor repairs 5% every 1 second. So it is what it is. You gotta love that. Roll with that whenever you can, and it will definitely help you out a lot. So moving on to the gloves here, they are 511, and we're going to be getting 5% protection from elites. Now we have the 2-piece Fenris going, giving us that extra protection from elites, and this is just going to push that up there that much further. Now we have some rifle damage, nothing crazy, but we have assault rifle damage on there, as well as devastating. Gotta love that devastating. That's my thing right there. 5% weapon damage up, raw damage works out really nice, and it's pretty easy to attain. Now moving on to the backpack, it is also Badger. We have some health on there, crit damage, crit chance, and some weapon damage, and the mod that I have on here gives us some armor on a kill, and 1% total armor. So push that armor up, and again, that armor on a kill wherever you can. But that is about it. That's the build in itself. I'm going to be going with the healing drone and the healing chem launcher, no big deal right there, as well as those Riot foam grenades. Try those things out. I'm telling you, you will love them. Now, other than that, let's go on to the character sheet before we go ahead and sign off. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's just do a quick little recap here. We are at 10 reds, 7 blue, and 0 yellows. We have 212,000 armor, we have 73,000 health, and we have 0 skill power. That's right, we don't have any at all. Now, I wish that my armor was at 225,000, and the reason being is the way that Unstoppable Force works. It goes by 25,000 increments of your max armor. So I would be better off being at 200,000 armor, 225, 250, 275. You see where I'm going with that. So if you can, definitely try to hit one of those benchmarks. I'm over the 200 mark, so it's still working, but it could be better by all means, and I'm sure you can do it. So the Rhino is active. We have hard hitting a couple times, we have devastating a couple times, as well as patience. So overall, I'm really happy with those gear talents. The weapon talents now, Ranger with the Allegro Blabbermouth combo, you gotta love that. And again, on the gunner tree, we get the extra RPM as well. So that P416 is a laser beam. You gotta love it right there. Now, moving on to the weapons, we have 20.7k per bullet, but again, during gameplay, you can see it's hitting a lot harder than that. Our crit chance is only 19.5, our crit damage 39, our headshot damage 56%, and again, if you want to get that headshot damage up a little bit more, put a zoomable scope on and have the Nemesis for your holstered weapon, and it does not show up on the character sheet, but if you test it in the range like I did, you'll definitely see the increase of it. Now, the range, 26 meters, we have 2.5 second reload time. I'd say that's pretty good, even though we have that minus 10% reload speed. You know, it is what it is. Give me the bullets over the reload speed any day. Now, we have 10% accuracy as well. Now, if we get into the offense here, we have 31% all weapon damage bonus and 33% assault rifle damage bonus. So, total, we're at 64% just damage, raw damage up coming out of your assault rifle. That's why I've said it before in other videos. I think this is more important than crit chance or damage. If you can just get your weapon damage up and the assault rifle damage up as much as possible, it's just going to be doing that damage all the time. It's not a chance or anything like that. So when you pair it as well with the damage to elites, 78%, anyone with a yellow bar, they don't stand up very long. They go right down, and you can crack that armor real easy. You gotta love it there. And the health damage there, 29%, since we're using an assault rifle. You know, after you get that armor bar off, you just shred right through their health, and they go right down. Gotta love it right there. Now, as far as defense goes, again, our armor's at 212,000. Our armor on a kill, there it is, guys, 25%. Every time you put someone down. So 25% armor on a kill with patience. If you play it halfway smart, you should be doing just fine. Now, our max health is 73,000. We have the health regeneration of 40,000. So again, I've said it before in other videos, you drop the chem bomb once, you get half your armor back, more than half your armor back. You gotta love that. It might take a second because I don't have any skill power, but it will eventually get there. Now, moving on, we have the skill power right here, as you can see, 0, 0, 0, 0. So overall, that is the build in itself. I hope you guys enjoyed or took something away from it, and I will catch you in the next one. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Rhino 2.0. I'm a big fan of Unstoppable Force, like I said before, and when pairing it with a gunner, it just gets nasty. I really, really love this build. It's been working out awesome for me, and I really encourage you to try something like it. So as always, if you enjoy or found this video helpful, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, make sure you got that notification bell on, and go ahead and drop a comment down there letting everybody know what you're thinking about this, or if you have any questions. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.